My name is Dr. Engineer John Mosonik. Maybe what I will start is actually I've been working in public sector for quite a while, spanning the years over 36 years, I think somebody mentioned. And over the years, I've worked in private sector, in parastatals, I work in government, and various, in 2022, I'll be gunning for gubernatorial seat in Bomet County. And this is a decision which I've arrived after many searching and after really I've thought over it. And it's high time that really gain experience across the public sector all over the place, especially in roads and so on. So I think that kind of experience actually should be transferred to the county because there are many challenges which you still have at this point in time in terms of health sector, infrastructure rollout, water, energy or electricity. We have employment and manufacturing. I think all these are really within the framework of agenda for, the Big Four. And the Big Four, we are looking at housing, we are looking at manufacturing, we are looking at health sector, and apart from that also food security and nutrition. So I think these are the challenges which, again, the President highlighted, which we still have really to resolve. We'll make sure that we do something about it so that Kenya can be able to enjoy the kind of service delivery and those kind of facilities. So here in Bomet, still the same priorities hold. We have a health sector, and most of the health facilities here, at this point in time, there are no drugs, and apart from that, we need also optimally using the installed kind of facilities in the sub-county hospitals and also dispensaries at the lower level. So we'll be looking forward to addressing issues in terms of primary health care and also to make sure that we escalate in terms of the higher facilities, referral hospitals. So we're looking to, in terms of training, capacity building, as well as also making sure that we fully equip with the necessary kind of facilities. We have drugs and also train people so that they can be able to do. Now, coming to agriculture, we have to look at in terms of agriculture as food security. And then also in terms of agriculture, in terms of value addition. And I'm happy to know that probably in Bomet County, as well as other tea growing areas, there is value addition. So I think the key areas which we'll be addressing mainly are the inputs to production, let's say to input in terms of growing tea. So we want to inject professionalism, especially so that we get good quality tea, as well as also building the tea collection centers, providing access roads to those centers so that they can be able to collect tea and then take it to processing further. I think something in terms of marketing, this is something again which we'll be discussing at a later stage because also this is a major factor. But once again, I would like to highlight that, some parts of Bomet County, they are dependent on one crop, that is the tea. Most of it, like maize and the others, they are really not really perform in terms of this, we're under production. So we are seeing famine actually coming within the next coming a few years. So I think that is something which we need to address. But one thing which, again, we should be able to pass, really highlight in terms of leadership, will be diversifications. We are looking at avocados, we are looking at various tomatoes, we are looking at other croppings. And then on the other hand, also in terms of dairy sector. And dairy sector is an area where we can be able really to take advantage because most of our milk are high quality in terms of fat content. So there should be, or in terms of, this is an area probably where I'll be also paying much attention in terms of putting up within the next 5 years milk processing plant. And we want in Chibalungu area as well as also one in the Upper Zone. The issue here is the farmers will be able to get much benefit in terms of employment within the processing plant, as well as also the inputs, the milk, the input to the cooling plant or processing plant, and then apart from that in terms of marketing. And I'll be looking forward when I go to supermarket in Nairobi, I'll be able to see Bomet dairies and milk from here, and this will be a great joy as we are moving forward. And the areas where I'll be looking at in terms here will be cottages, or we build some big kind of manufacturing workshops, we identify a component, either a building component or a perhaps model spare parts or anything, and then that is how these other tigers actually, the East Tigers actually start processing, and this is the follow kind of route which we are going to do to make sure that we create employment. But there are a lot of potential here in terms of manpower, in terms of people who are different sectors. But in due course, we'll be addressing these issues in my 10-point agenda, whereby we look at those various issues and then address and then make sure. But going into the future, we want to see Bomet County, and I want to repeat this again, I want to see Bomet County with the involvement of all the key stakeholders to be among number one county in this country. And that is a commitment. The others have done. Now this is our time within the next 3-4 years. We want to see among the top counties in this country. And that is a commitment I want to make to Bomet people. In terms of health facilities, in terms of water, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of youth employment, in terms of creative tourism and creative content, in terms of culture. We have a very rich culture, which again we need to promote as we are moving forward, so that people can be able, and we'll be actually also intending to have what we call a cultural week, where we attract the different kind of visitors coming to this county, so that they can be able to enjoy the beauty, the serenity, and everything. But apart from that, also the other issue, which of course I shouldn't really forget, is urban development. And we have Bomet and we have Sotik. I think these are key towns which we really need to see that we properly plan. And when we say master plan, we look at 10 years, because the kind of environment is to say that all people are moving from the rural areas coming to town. So we should be able to increase in terms of reliable electricity supply, in terms of sewerage system, in terms of tarmacking, and make sure we put in the necessary kind of infrastructure, and then provide facilities where we can be able to invite investors, where they can be able to invest in this county.